All right, welcome to the FWA Supply Podcast. That's right. Look, I do have hair, in case anybody was wondering. I think some people have never seen me without a hat, but I actually do have hair. So I'm not just covering up a bald spot up there. But anyway, I'm super excited to bring this FWA Podcast. I actually wasn't sure what to call it. FWA Podcast, stream, online, live, I don't know. So I actually looked up what a podcast was. So a podcast is a digital audio file made available on the internet for downloading to a computer or mobile device. I'll be damned if that's not what this is going to be. So we are going to be putting a lot of episodes out there. So this is going to be I don't want to say episode 1, it's a pre-episode 1. Kind of like an introduction to let you know we're coming. It's coming. We got some content coming, and it's not going to be your typical content. We're not going to be discussing how to nail a board up. I don't do any wood, so I wouldn't be able to do that. We're not going to tell you how to run your business more efficiently. I probably wouldn't even be good at that either. But we're not gonna get into even some of the other stuff that that they do out there in the best practice on installing fence and stuff. That could probably help on some of that, but we're not going to do that. There's plenty of those guys out there for that, and we're not here to try to add to that content. Go ahead and go watch some Mark Olson, Sean King, Dan Blanc, Dan Wheeler, Joe Everest, Nathan Downs. You guys got so many options when it comes to finding content on a lot of valuable information. So what we're going to be bringing, something completely different, solely supplier and manufacturer based content. That's right. We're going to be bringing you a lot of different people in here. We're going to be bringing some you've heard of, some you haven't heard of. So hopefully we can make some of those connections. If you went to our fence show, we are working hard to find suppliers and manufacturers you've never even heard of. So we want to make these connections, get those handshakes, and get the dialogue started, so you can maybe reach out and find some different suppliers or different manufacturers and win some of those projects and compete. Because I think some of the feedback we got, even from the members from FWA, and I don't want to say small, because I don't want to say smaller companies, because I hate that term, because the average fence company is 1 to 3 to 5 trucks. Those aren't small fence companies, those are average. It's actually less likely that someone has 10, 15 trucks. So it's less likely somebody's doing $5 million, $10 million, $15 million in revenue. The average fence company is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars a year annually. So those are average fence companies, not small. So we are going to be working hard to benefit everybody, all the way from the large $15 million companies down to that guy that does $100,000 a year. And the only way we can think to help them is to connect them with some suppliers and manufacturers that are ready to service them. I mean, I don't know if you've been following it the last 10 years, things have been changing. It's not the same out there as it used to be. Materials have doubled, labor has went up 40, 50%. We're winning less jobs, probably because some people just aren't doing it. It used to be a $5,000 fence job is now $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 because the materials have doubled and the labor has doubled, and there's just more bureaucracy, more permits, it's just insurance has doubled. It's crazy how expensive it is. So we're losing jobs. Some people just aren't going ahead with it because it's just outside of their budget. So hopefully we can all work together and level the playing field a little bit. And I think that's what you guys are going to appreciate about FWA Supply Podcast. We are going to make the connections. We're not here to tell you whether buying from a manufacturer directly or buying from a distributor is the way to go. We're not. That's going to be based off of your situation, your buying power, where you're located even, because sometimes you just don't have access to the materials and you got to try to truck it in from somewhere, or maybe there's a manufacturer that doesn't sell through distributorship. Not everybody sells through distributorship. So we're going to be talking to everybody on both sides of the spectrum, and we're going to be weighing out the pros and the cons of buying from manufacturers directly, pros and cons of buying from distributors directly, because make no mistake, it's not always in your best interest to buy products from a manufacturer directly. Sometimes you can actually pay more money, or it's even harder to get, or you might not be able to get the product to you quick enough. But sometimes you're going to get way better pricing, and they're going to be able to ship it out quicker. So it really depends on the manufacturer and, again, your situation. So we're just going to be here to discuss the pros and cons of both, and introduce some new suppliers and manufacturers to the industry and to your world as well. So FWA Supply Group is not here to compete with distributors and things like that. We're literally just trying to make the connection. We're not trying to flip material through our through our network and mark this stuff up and things like that. What's going to happen in the future, nobody knows. But for now, we're trying to make those connections. We're trying to open up the market a little bit, and I'm excited. So I think the first episode, episode 1, and we'll be talking to one of the new partners. We're calling them partners, suppliers, manufacturers. It depends on what they're doing and how they're partnering with us. But nonetheless, we're going to be introducing one on Tuesday, 5 o'clock Central. So that's going to be 3 o'clock Pacific Coast time, my time, because 5 o'clock I'm tired already. So in any case, we will talk to you on Tuesday. Super excited. FWA Supply, go to FWAsupply.com, and we'll have some links on there on Tuesday you can click on. That'll take you over to our channels and different places you can watch the first episode 1 of FWA Supply Podcast. Stay safe out there. Hope you win some jobs. Let's do our job to even get you to win a little bit more. We'll talk to you later.